What makes this development very interesting is it is a high density, mixed use, mixed tenure development in a rural location.
We had been very interested about urban developments, and in particular a move that is more prevalent in the United States called new urbanism, which is developing in a different way. It is doing things in a much more sustainable way, we believe. It's increasing the density of development. It is dealing with the car, allowing the car to be here, but actually not letting it dominate. And it's dealing with things like letting buildings face out towards the landscape. It's allowing permeability, particularly permeability on foot.
The local authority had come up with a development brief for the site, which was to split the site in half basically, with 50% of it being retained for industrial use and 50% being housing.
Well, we went for this mixed-use concept, which is a different concept, to mix it up, not having them all separated and segregated. And that was an issue to get over with the council. One of the things that we did was to do public engagement within the community at Rothay Norman, which actually went really very well. A lot of the things that we discussed were things that were taken on board in the design.
We consulted early on with Scotia Homes. It's a very attractive development. It's an interesting layout. There's a variety of house types. It's encouraged a lot of families to settle in the village, which in the long run will benefit the existing businesses and the local school and playgroup. It's a thriving community, and I think the Scotia development here has added to that.
I like this particular development because it's nice and quiet, and there's new shops coming into the actual area as well, which is fine. There's a clothes shop, the cake shop, and there's a new flower shop that's just opened in Rothay too.
I chose to open the Stead restaurant in Rothay Norman because I'm a local girl. I also got backing from the locals. I chose Scotia because we got a good deal and lots of new houses in the area, which is very good for business.
The issue about how you overcome things like local planners and indeed local people who actually see an area of very low height buildings, and all of a sudden we're coming there saying, you know, we would like to actually build 2.5-story buildings there. That's a kind of problem, but it's an indication of the kind of issue that you have to get over. Everybody has to get over, whether it's local people, whether it's planners, whether it's councillors, in order to generate something that actually is different and worth having.
Well, I think the most important thing is that a private developer has come along and looked at best practice across the world, and certainly government policy and planning advice, and has created high density, mixed use development in a rural location, which has been commercially very successful.
The local area has benefited greatly from this development, as Scotia Homes put a piece of land to good use for housing, which otherwise I think would have been difficult to reuse as purely commercial land.
It's a lovely area for parents and children. It's an actual family area to come and stay.
This development follows very much the policies that the Scottish Government has been trying to engender within the development industry, within the planners, within every sector of what we deal with. And therefore, having this development approved is actually more important for Scotland than it is for us. But having said that, we're delighted that we are seen as being somebody that actually is prepared to stick your neck out and take a risk and try and build it. And so from that point of view, it's a fantastic thing to get, and we are absolutely delighted.